What's up guys, we're going to be going through the best player props on PrizePicks today. Now I did want to show you the results from yesterday's picks from my exclusive Discord group, and as you guys see, we actually got 16 picks correct, which was absolutely insane. So we're on a huge hot streak, but if you want to get 16 picks right like me, win more bets, or receive the best picks from some of the best bettors in the world for less than a cup of coffee, you can access the exclusive Discord and meet some of the best sport bettors in the game by joining my Patreon, should be linked down below in the description. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets today. So make sure to join my Patreon using the link in the description. And here's one of our members who just signed up and won himself $2,000 just yesterday, and another member who won $15 for the second day in a row since joining my Discord. So guys, if you want to win big money like our members, the link will be in the description, so go join the Patreon to have access to the Discord group, and I will be continuing to upload every single day on this channel the best bets and props, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my daily upload. Alright, so let's get straight into the first pick. So we are going to start off with MLB, and when it comes to these picks guys, I'm not saying to chuck all of them into a parlay and hope for the best. Pick and choose the ones that you like and the ones that work best for you. So the first pick we're going to be talking about is none other than Wade Miley. This one is for 4 pitcher strikeouts and this one is for less. Now when we look at Wade Miley, we've actually seen him go on the under in 4 out of the last 5 games, with one of them actually being a push. Now when it comes to Miley as well, he does face off against the Phillies, which could be a tougher matchup for him to go over. That's why we like the under for this, and his average over the last 5 is only 2.8. So with all those signs, it really do points towards him going on the under, and we are sticking to that due to the fact that he has been playing poorly as of recent, and they do verse a pretty tough Phillies team when it comes to having Wade Miley struggle when it comes to pitcher strikeouts. So because of those reasons, Wade Miley 4 pitcher strikeouts for less, I think is a fantastic pick. Now, getting into the next pick, we're going to be talking about none other than Ranger Suarez. Now, this one is a great one because this one is for 4 pitcher strikeouts and this one is for more. Now, we look at Suarez. We've actually seen him do a fantastic job going on the over in 4 out of the last 5 games. And the time that he did miss it, he only missed it by 1 pitcher strikeout. Now, what this tells me is that he's very consistent at getting close to this line, which gives us a great understanding of him as a player, especially over the last 5. But they also face off against Mill in this matchup, and this should be a matchup for him a bit easier on that sign to him to have go over on. So I think that's honestly great to see from someone like Suarez. His average over the last 5 is 5.4, which is over the line as well. So all signs really do point towards him going on the over, and that's why we are sticking to it as well. So Ranger Suarez, 4 pitcher strikeouts, 4 more, I think is an absolute steal. Now getting to the next pick, we're going to be talking about none other than Jon Gray. Jon Gray, great player, and this is none other than 6 pitcher strikeouts, and this one actually is for more. Now we look at Jon Gray, we've actually seen him go over 3 out of the last 5 games, with one of them actually being a push. They face off against Minnesota in this matchup, and I think it is going to be a really good matchup for them to be able to go on the over here. The times that he did miss it, he's gotten very close and gotten pretty close to this line, which gives me more understanding that Jon Gray is very consistent at getting close to this line. His average over the last 5 is also 6.2, which is fantastic to see. So all signs really do point towards Jon Gray going on the over, and a lot of the bookies think so as well. So we're going to be following them and sticking to what the bookies say. So 6 pitcher strikeouts for Jon Gray for more, I think is an absolute steal. Now getting to the next one, we're going to be talking about none other than Csgo. Now this one is for 6 pitcher strikeouts, and this one actually is for less. Now we look at Csgo, we've actually seen him go on the under in 2 out of the last 5 games, with one of them actually being a push. Now one of the reasons why I do like this pick is due to the fact that they face off against the White Sox, which should most likely see Tariq go on the under here. His average over the last 5 is 6.4. So guys, some signs may point towards him going on the over, some signs may point towards the under, but we are going with the under due to the fact that I do believe that matchups are super important, and it's definitely a deciding factor of it. So because of those reasons, we do like the under for someone like Tariq, and it should be a no-brainer here. So Csgo for 6 pitcher strikeouts for less, I think is a great pick overall. Now, getting into the next one, we're going to be talking about none other than Josiah Gray. Now, Josiah Gray, another great player, and this one is for 4 pitcher strikeouts, and this one is for more. Now, when we look at Josiah Gray, we've actually seen him go on the over in 3 out of the last 5 games, with 2 of them actually being a push. One of the reasons why we do like this is due to the fact that he does have a matchup against Miami, which should be a no-brainer for him to be able to go on the over on. His average over the last 5 is 3.6, so very close to this line, which is great to to see. But in all other news, you know, when it comes to that Miami matchup, I think it is going to be a smooth sailing show for someone like Josiah Gray to be able to go on the over there. So because of those reasons, Josiah Gray, 4 pitcher strikeouts, 4 more, I think is an absolute steal. Now getting to the next one, we're going to be talking about another great player, but we are going to head over to hitter fantasy score. So the next player we're going to be talking about is Bobby Witt Jr., and this is for 8.5 hitter fantasy score, and this one is for more. Now one of the reasons why I do like this pick is due to the fact that when it comes to Bobby Witt, he has been playing great, but he has gone over 2 out of the last 5 games. Now I face off against Boston, and the most recent game against Boston, he did get 0, but the game before that, he was able to get a significant 24 as his hitter fantasy score. His average over the last 5 is also 9, so a lot of the signs really do point towards him going on the over. They made some adjustments in the most recent game, which was one of the reasons why he did go under in the most recent one, but now I think Bobby Witt is going to make some bigger adjustments in this next game against Boston, and he should be able to go on the over once again. So because of those reasons, Bobby Witt Jr., 8.5 hitter fantasy score, 4 more, I think is an absolute great pick overall. Now, getting into the next one, we're going to be talking about another great player, and this is Shohei Ohtani, 9 hitter fantasy score, and this one actually is for more as well. Now, when we look at Shohei Ohtani, he's actually gone on the over in 3 out of the last 5 games, which is fantastic to see, but on top of this, the times that he has missed, he's gotten very close as well. They face off against Oakland, which should be a little bit of an easier matchup for him. If we look at the most recent games against Oakland, in the most recent one, he got 6, and the one before that, he did get a push at 9. I think this next matchup, we will probably see a higher usage rate from someone like Shohei Ohtani in this matchup, and because of that, we could see him go over on his hitter fantasy score. So he has been on a little bit of a, you know, average sort of play style over the last 5, but I think he will be able to bump it up, get it done in this next matchup against Oakland, and his average over the last 5 is also 8.8. So Shohei Ohtani, 9 hitter fantasy score, 4 more, I think is a great pick overall. Now, getting to the next one, we're going to be talking about none other than Yordan Alvarez. This is for 8 hitter fantasy score, and this one is for less. Now, we look at Yordan, we've actually seen him go on the under in 3 out of the last 5 games. They face off against the Yankees, and on top of that, the 2 most recent games were against the Yankees, and they did go under in both of those games. His average over the last 5 is 15, but it is a little bit skewed due to the fact that he had 2 big games against Boston. I think that will probably change in this next matchup against the Yankees once again. Yordan has been playing great, but I do believe his usage rate may be a bit lower in this matchup, and a lot of the bookies think so as well. So because of those reasons, we could see him go on the under more likely in this matchup, and especially with a hitter fantasy score of 8, may be a little bit too high. So Yordan Alvarez, 8 hitter fantasy score for less, I think is an absolute steal. So guys, if you do want to win more bets and win more money, don't forget to join our exclusive Discord group by signing up to our Patreon, which will be linked down below in the description, or you can also find it in the pinned comment down below. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets and win more money today. So guys, I'll see you over there, and I'll see you soon. Peace.